They call me Squirrel.
What's going on, Squirrel Squad? It's your boy, the Squirrel, and today my buddy Johan sent me over something that's a little WatchMojo UK piece, but hear me out. I know a lot of people don't care for WatchMojo UK, and that's fine. But this is the 10 most hated songs in Britain, so I think you might want to follow along with the bouncing ball, because A, it might be interesting, and B, you can give me the real scoop at the end of what the real hated songs are. You ready? Let's get into this. I'm ready because I'm always interested to see a top 10 about the UK, even if it's WatchMojo's version of it. What their opinion is. There's different opinions, so it's always different. So let's you guys can chime in the comments below. Let me know how they did. Here we go. Let's check it out.
You can't stop shouting at me, calling at me.
Prep your ears and pass the stress ball. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most hated songs in Britain.
Before we begin, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more great content.
For this list, we press play on the most detested, divisive and downright annoying records to ever plague the UK charts. While not every entry has been inflicted on us by a British artist, these tunes are intrinsically linked with the UK in one way or another. But there's no place for novelty records today, so we'll keep the crazy frog to a minimum. Number 10.
I mean, the Wanker song's not going to be on here. I can tell by the response to the video that everybody actually likes that song. So it's She's So Lovely, Scouting for Girls.
10. She's So Lovely, Scouting for Girls. Instantly recognisable within its first few notes, you couldn't move for hearing this song in pubs, clubs, shops and supermarkets in 2007. A debut record for Scouting for Girls, She's So Lovely charts the rise of lead singer Roy Stride's infatuation with an older woman, a story which is hammered home by a bunch of gawping blokes in the bowling alley video accompaniment.
I love the way she makes me drool. I think that she is beautiful.
With repetitive lyrics and cheesy crescendos, it set a samey blueprint which the band have followed ever since.
Repetitive lyrics, cheesy crescendo, I love it.
Heaven help us all. Number 9, Wonderwall, Oasis.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Alright, I just want to say that first song I've never heard, and I thought it was kind of cheesy too. This song, very popular over here.
British bands don't come much bigger than Oasis, but the 90s phenomenon gave one or two grating tunes.
This is the most recognizable song that I know from Oasis.
And Wonderwall is the worst offender. The go-to track for anyone who can't play guitar but wants to make it look like they can, it's a busker's favourite, but fans aren't always as enthusiastic.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
While Liam's snarling vocals have inspired plenty of sing-alongs, Wonderwall is the classic case of an okay track that gets seriously overplayed. We're sure we've heard it all before, and we're starting to have some doubts.
It does get played. It definitely gets played a lot.
You're my Wonderwall.
Number 8, Yellow, Coldplay.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you.
A Marmite band if ever there was one, although they've sold out stadiums around the world, Coldplay have always had their critics. And Yellow...
Did he say a Marmite band? What the hell is a Marmite band? These guys are a little sticky and hard to spread, but they're good guys.
is usually the song slated first.
Your skin, oh yeah, your skin burns.
Taken from the band's first album, it seems to drip with despair despite Chris Martin's clearly romantic lyrics.
When this song, I have no idea what the hell this song's about. I just know the song. I know the song more so because story time. When my wife, Margaret, and I first started dating, her best friend was dating this guy, Jim. And when we would all hang out together, the two couples, it would be guys against the girls all the time, right? Sometimes we do couples, but a lot of times it would be Jim and I against the girls. There was one particular game, I can't remember what it was, but You had to be either red or yellow. Like, well, there was red, yellow, green, or blue, I think. But we always took yellow. Jim loved yellow, and he was always like, "Yeah, yellow!" Like, he'd be all crazy about it. So anytime there was a chance to be a team color, he would always be like, "Oh, you know what color we are? Yellow!" So when this song came out, this became like Jim's theme song. The song is a little special to my friend Jim's not with us anymore. And that's, you know, that's this was special to me before that, just because it was Jim's theme song. So, miss you, buddy. Love you, man. Here's your song. Here it is, buddy.
Of course,
Oh, by the way, they hate it in the UK.
the song catapulted Coldplay to massive success, which might be another reason why people pick it apart now.
And it was all yellow.
As one of the most divisive entries on today's list, you either agree with Superhands or you don't.
People like Coldplay and voted for the Nazis. You can't trust people, Jeremy.
Number 7, Let 'Em In, Paul McCartney and Wings.
Somebody ringing a bell. Someone's knocking at the door.
Okay, so very little blame should really fall at Paul McCartney's door for this one, or at Billy Paul's for that matter. Up until those painful postcode lottery adverts, Let 'Em In was just another passable pop
I was thinking this must have been played over and over on a commercial or something.
record from the 70s.
Sister Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Phil and Don, yeah, yeah.
But today's listener struggles to hear those happy-go-lucky lyrics without seeing D-list celebrities smiling stick-on grins on doorsteps up and down the country. These are the only songs to be mercilessly mangled in the name of TV advertising, but even
The People's Postcode Lottery, looks like the equivalent of the cheesy-ass, real crappy Publishers Clearinghouse, that big load of shit that happens over here.
Ice Ice Baby has got nothing on this.
When you find me there, you
Number 6, Everything I Do It For You, Bryan Adams.
don't tell me it's not worth.
I feel personally attacked right now. This wasn't our wedding song, but it was in the top 3 to be our wedding song. I bumped it out because, well, we bumped it out because both of us, like, this was like a high school dance kind of song for us, but we both really loved the song because it spoke volumes of how we felt about each other. So this was one of the songs we definitely had played by the band at our wedding, but it wasn't our actual wedding song. What do you think my wedding song was? I'll be really surprised if anybody who doesn't know me guesses the right song. I'll guarantee you a bunch of people have used this song, but it wouldn't be the first thing you'd think of, probably.
Trying for.
With a record-breaking 16 consecutive weeks as UK number 1 in 1991, this track experienced unparalleled popularity when it was released. But Bryan Adams' ballad hasn't aged all that well, and listeners are more likely to skip stations than sit through his heart-on-sleeve huskiness nowadays.
Everything I do it for you.
Wet Wet Wet, Love Is All Around suffered a similar fate. It almost equalled Adams' record run in 1994, but quickly fell out of fashion, destined only for the dregs of late-night local radio.
'Cause all my love, you can't leave it.
There's a lot to thank the 90s for, but just not this.
You can't tell me worth dying for.
Number 5, Chelsea Dagger, The Fratellis. The second single from the Fratellis' debut album, Castello Music, this song has scored scorn on 2 counts. First, it's synonymous with the wave of unoriginal, easy, try-hard indie rock which took over UK charts in the mid-2000s, ranked alongside the likes of Ruby by the Kaiser Chiefs and America by Razorlight.
Yeah, they all sound very similar. Weird.
Second, thanks to its widespread use in various football chants, it's a stereotypical soundtrack for the big match. But if you're not a football fan and you don't dig the Giacomo ads, then it's a song to quickly skip. Number 4, Bloodlines, Robin Thicke featuring T.I. and Pharrell.
Okay, I agree with this one 100%.
If you can't hear what I'm trying to say.
The ill feeling toward this track was by no means a British-only affair. Bloodlines made international headlines with critics claiming that its lyrics and video were misogynistic and supportive of rape culture. UK universities led a widespread boycott against the song, with more than 20 unis
Isn't everything nowadays? Fuck.
banning it from playlists at student events.
So over it.
However, those measures didn't stop Thick from topping the UK singles charts, and the song was played as if on repeat everywhere else you went, with the controversy seeming to aid sales. Number 3, The Climb, Joe McElderry. It's probably the least well-known song on today's countdown, but for good reason. When Joe
I didn't know 2 or 3 of these so far. I know this one.
McElderry won the X Factor in 2009, you might have thought that he had that year's Christmas #1 in the bag.
There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it.
Until he met Naughty Holder.
But nope, a nationwide campaign led Rage Against the Machine to top spot amidst growing resentment over the X Factor's stranglehold on the charts.
Ain't about what's waiting on the other side.
You guys voted Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, to the top of the chart just to bury this dude? That's savage. I fucking love it.
And while McElderry was the one pipped by a protest, TV talent shows do have a lot to answer for in general.
Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose.
Number 2, What Makes You Beautiful, One Direction.
You're insecure, don't know what for.
This whole thing could have been all One Direction songs, and I've been okay with that.
You're turning heads when you walk through the door.
To another alumnus of Britain's TV talent shows, though the sales success of this boy band is second to none. One Direction have smashed all sorts of records since finishing 3rd on the X Factor in 2010, starting their commercial crusade with this signature song in 2011.
I don't know why you're being shy and turn away when I look into your eyes.
But for all their fans, 1D have garnered a dedicated horde of haters. They say the group and this track offers little more than splish-splash lyrics, churned out tunes, and squeaky clean smiles. Maybe that's what makes them beautiful, or are they just abominable?
You don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few dishonourable mentions.
Dishonorable mentions. There we go. Could it be magic by Take That? Don't know this one at all.
Confused about how as well. Just know that these things will never
Take it or leave it.
change for us at all. You found that special thing. You're flying without wings.
No idea.
Number 1, You're Beautiful, James Blunt.
My life is brilliant. My love is pure.
Our winner is another which speaks of beauty in its title, but delivers quite the opposite. From its opening refrain and mistimed intro to the heavy-hearted hook and awkward ending, it's basically one long whine masquerading as a love song.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Even James Blunt himself has admitted it's naff, often suggesting that he hates it too, but at least he can laugh about it. And critics continually rip apart the video, which sees Blunt take his shirt off in the rain before jumping in the sea. At least it's in slow motion, we wouldn't want to miss anything important.
But it's time to face the truth. I will never be with you.
Do you agree with
Well, you know, I'm not sure I agree with that list or not. I didn't know some of them, but I did know some of them. And some of them I was very offended they were on the worst list. Jeez, come on, people, what the heck? James Blunt, number 1. Man, I thought James Blunt was like the angel child of the UK. I guess not. Jeez, obviously not. I thought it was really cool. I can't believe Nickelback was on that list like a bunch of times. It's weird. Anyhow, maybe you guys don't know the pain of Nickelback. That's kind of cool if you don't, because if that was an American list, it would be like mostly Nickelback, I think. Maybe not. Maybe no. There'll at least be 3 songs from Nickelback on there. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. It was fun. It was fun to look through. I want to know what you guys think. Was James Blunt number 1? Is that definitely number 1? Who's your number 1? Who is missing? Who? And why the hell didn't you guys just vote naughty in front of that kid? Rage Against the Machine? Savages. I love it. I got to get out of here. You guys be good, all right? Squirrel out.